Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Chris Ashley and it's Passion for the Wild and Wonderful, and I'm here with
Mason Ashley.
and what we're going to do is we're going to go over with you his 2021 spring turkey hunt. And this takes place on the second day of youth season. And we were able to go ahead and get a couple birds roosted the night before. I knew there was at least 2 or 3 gobblers in this setup. We worked, I think it was on Friday before youth season came in, maybe Thursday, to get a blind set up pretty close by to where the birds normally roost, within 100 yards or under. And we cleared out all the leaves, entering into the blind down over the hill, so that when we came in the morning in the dark, we could ease right up a nice, clean, free trail, because we're going to be set up right on top of them. So where this takes off is I've let it go ahead and get a little bit of light. We've got some birds that are responding, some in the tree, gobbling on their own, and I go ahead and start giving them some tree yelps. And then we work out on letting some go ahead and get fly down and see what can happen. So stick with us. Stop. Yeah, he's got a little beard. It's a little Jake. He's moving left. Do you see him? Yep, just follow him. All right, so first thing what we end up having, you see, is there's some birds that fly down within the camera and end up slowly working their way to us. And I talked with Mason there, I think, in the blind, you know, hey, if a Jake comes in, do you want to take it or not? So we were going to go ahead, I think, and take a Jake if it came within range, but ended up, from where we were sitting, Mason was on the right side of the blind, I was on the left, and the two Jakes and the hen were just barely over the break of the bank, and the camera was high enough to look over and watch them, but Mason couldn't get a good view of them to try to get a good shot. So the birds are working through to us, and I can hear the other gobblers gobbling and going away with us with some hens that were with them on the tree. All right, so we were able to make it to about 9 o'clock. At that point, Mason had already dived into the snacks. I had him playing on the cell phone, watching a little bit of YouTube, and I thought, you know, now's a chance. We're getting in between that 9 and 10 o'clock when the birds might free up from those first hens that were on the roost with them there, at least in our setup. So what I ended up doing with Mason is I let him stay in the blind, and I went ahead and eased on out the spine of a ridge that's in front of us, in front of the camera's view, and tried to get out to where I could get a few hundred yards away, at least with my calls, and also a little bit away from the blind to try to reach out to some birds. And fortunately, I was able to strike some gobblers that were on out a ridge, I think out towards the field, probably out strutting. And so all I ended up doing was just slowly every now and then I'd work my way back down the trail, make a few calls, go a little bit further, make a few calls, and then finally when I thought, okay, I'm to a place I need to hurry up and get a blind, I took off running and got back to the blind with him and said, hey, we need to go ahead and get ready. So what you'll see here is where I'm now working those birds from the blind, trying to pull them back down over that spine, down the finger. End up they actually drop down in the hollow on our left, and then they pop back up on top right into our setup. And I thought, man, this is awesome. We've got 3 long beards here, and he's gonna have a pick of which one he wants to go ahead and shoot. Well, talk about going from the highs and low in a split second there. So we got those 3 birds, and they're in range. Mason takes a good aim, squeezes off the shot, and next thing you know, no birds flopping. I see 3 birds jump up in the air, fly over the bank, and I thought, oh no, we're done. What do you think?
I thought I had the shot. I aimed at his neck, but
Yeah?
confused.
Confused? Yeah. So, you know, what you'll see here in the video is I tried to stay calm. I thought, you know, they didn't pitch off. They just went over the bank. Maybe I can go ahead and just try to do some quick call real quick to just get them to just freeze. And I'll be honest, you know, one of the things I see in the footage is that one bird just over the bank is able to see the decoy, and it was a little breezy, just kind of like today. And that decoy was moving some when I'm calling, and I could see that bird just periscoping up, and I think watching that decoy and really helped to try to sell that there were still some birds up there. So just did a little bit more calling. You'll see a couple more of the 2 of the 3. They skirt the top a little bit. And then when that 3rd one comes up, there's those 2 that were in strut, and I thought, okay, we got a chance. They're competing with each other still, and we got to just make sure we let them get back in within range, and let's see if we can make it happen. So stick with us. Bird down, baby. Mason makes a shot, and you know, for me, normally my reaction immediately is boom, get on the bird. I don't want to take any chances. But in this situation, I actually did start to bail out of the blind and realized, wait a minute, that other bird's still right there. And so I thought, man, let me get back on the camera. So I slid back around in front of the camera, and you know, I've never had this happen. I'm not sure. I've killed, you know, where I've called in multiple birds before, normally only 2. I don't think I've ever called in 3 at a time. And normally whenever I bust the one, like I said, I'm scooting to get right on that bird immediately, so the other one normally busts off. But you know, we sat there in that blind, and all of a sudden I looked, and there's that other longbeard, and was able to get some footage of him flogging his that was down. And eventually I thought, all right, I've risked it enough. We actually end up having to bust that bird off a little bit and spook him off to get out and get on his bird. But I tell you, it was an awesome experience. Mason took a wonderful bird, and just keep watching here some of the footage and some of our closing and stuff. Appreciate you sticking with us. Mason, you just shot your first bird. Yeah. Are you excited? Yeah. Are you shaking?
I'm shaking the first time.
Did you kill a hammer?
Hello?
Hey, Mom.
Hey, did you kill a bird?
Yep.
Wow, congratulations!
Mhm.
Are you happy?
Yep.
You excited?
Yep.
Awesome.
Mhm. And this
Where are you guys right now?
At the
Property.
Oh, okay.
See if
Where are you headed?
See if she wants to meet us at Nana's.
We're heading to Nana's if you want to meet us there.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
You want to call Nana and Papa?
I want to surprise them.
You just want to surprise them?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what we'll do. Well, guys, Mason and I are sitting here with his bird that he got, his first turkey, and it's the second day of youth season. Mason, are you excited?
Yeah.
You want to tell us the story?
Okay. So, like, my dad woke me up at 5. We got ready. We came to the property. We got ready. Then we just waited, and then we waited for a long time. We finally found a turkey, but they went over the hill, and then so we were bored, and then I tried to shoot a turkey, but I missed. They went up, and then my dad caught him back in, and then I shot him.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
And I tell you, he's a dandy too. He's got big spurs, big beard. Awesome, man. Here, I'll come up and let's show the spurs.
Okay. These are the old spurs.
There's the old spurs.
Yep. Big ones.
Big and sharp, aren't they?
Yep.
Yeah, limb hangers.
Yep.
All right, guys, pretty pumped. So Mason here, he's 8. He'll be 9 here in December, and this, like I said, this is the second day of youth season, and we were fortunate. Well, I say fortunate. First thing, we ended up last night. I came in and put these birds to bed. Here, you can just hold it down here. And so I ended up knowing that there was 2 or 3 gobblers, and I didn't know that there was any jakes or not, but I did know there were some hens. So this morning we snuck in, got into a blind here behind the camera. I'll have some footage of it. And right off the roost had some birds hammering right over here, and was able to call in a hen, and a few jakes was with her that skirted us. And the gobblers, I end up hearing, they went away with us with the hens that were in the tree with them. Once they flew down, they were henned up. So Mason and I, it was a challenge of keeping him entertained. So we brought a ton of snacks, and of course had the old cell phone. And eventually, once the snacks started being consumed and he was still getting impatient, we reverted to the cell phone and YouTube. And so he was sitting there watching it, and I'd made it to about 9 o'clock, and I thought, okay, now we've got a chance, as we're approaching this 10 o'clock time frame that I love, to get on a bird that's separated from the hens off the roost now. So I told him while he was sitting there watching some video, I said, hey, I'm gonna try to go up on the hill and get away from us a little bit, and I'm gonna try to call and see if I can't locate some birds that haven't been able to hear us, that are far off. So sure enough, I go about 100 yards away, and I strike one that's just starts hammering. So I sort of eased my way back, every now and then calling, and got back in the blind real quick, and they ended up coming down into the hollow and skirted us a little bit. But I just went ahead, I had these decoys set up, and it was a perfect scenario with the 3 birds. They were competing with each other. That got Mason off the phone, got him up, got him ready, had him there on the Caldwell tripod system, and immediately they hammered down right below us. So got him standing up, ready on it, and they came right up and just started strutting. It's got some great footage and gobbling right here. Well, Mason made his first shot, and I don't know if they were a little bit too far or not. He's using a youth 28 gauge, and anyways, they flew up in the air and landed, and then just started gobbling again. And anyways, I just did some soft yelps and a little bit of some purrs, and 2 of them skirted back out a little bit of distance, and the one stayed below us, strutting, spitting, and drumming. And he ended up circling back up and came up a little short. By then, the one started coming down the trail, and I thought, okay, we've got a chance. Now they're still competing with each other. So we had a tree that was kind of marked there behind us. It's got kind of a little bark missing on it. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. Anyways, that's 20 yards. And when we patterned his gun, I felt good at 20 yards in. And so I just, you probably heard me on the camera. I just said, just wait, just wait, just wait. And he probably got, I think he was right there when he was flopping her right there. He probably got about 15 yards in. And Mason hammered him. And I ended up getting some footage, which that's the first time I've ever had happen before, of another longbeard coming in and flogging a bird that was down. So pretty pumped. I wasn't sure he was going to keep the patience to be able to keep in here, but I knew if we were able to get to that 9-10 o'clock time frame, there's a chance we can get these birds that separated from the hens. So I hope you enjoyed it. We'll take some pictures here and get some more video and stuff of this recovery. And I appreciate you guys joining us here for Passion for the Wild and Wonderful. My name's Chris Ashley, and this is my little boy Mason Ashley. We'll catch up with you. Thanks.